Hi, so I hope I'm reading this right. Nice to meet you. So this is the first card that popped up. Sarasvati, the arts. Express yourself through creative activities. Yeah, this is a big one. Because this is where we really, I feel like not only can we start to, like, understand things in our own unique way, if that makes sense. Like you can even don't be afraid of if a topic interests you, don't be afraid of dig, I don't know, scrapbooking or something, or bringing a title of something, I don't know, like Goddess Medusa or whatever, and then finding different things online that you could put together of descriptions and make a, a paper of that, so it's not necessarily framed, but so you fully understand that goddess or something like that. So any topic that interests you, don't be afraid to turn that into a creative activity so you can understand the concept more. So anything you're interested in right now, maybe scrapbookish that, look up different articles on it and cut out parts that you like, and then glue it onto a paper and make it look however you want. And that can really help you kind of learn your own way, really connect with a goddess, whichever one you identify with, or multiple goddesses, through these creative activities. And it kind of involves your inner child and that joy too, so it helps you really connect, and it helps you remember as well, and it helps almost ignite that that goddess in you almost. So you'll find yourself wow, that was cool, I think I kind of want to keep doing that, more creative things. You don't know what kind of guidance will come through that, but there's all different types of creative activities. So that's the first one that comes up. Okay, so divine guides and ancestors. Okay, Lakshmi, you have a bright future. Stop worrying, everything is going to be fine. So I feel like we get told this a lot, stop worrying, everything's going to be fine. So I like to look at this deeper, okay, stop worrying, everything's going to be fine. We have a bright future, but how can I ensure that, you know? We have to take steps to make sure that it's going to be bright. Or this may be confirmation that whatever you're doing is going to lead to a bright future, if that resonates with you, if it clicks. So Lakshmi may be saying, oh yeah, whatever you're doing is going to lead to a bright future. So you're doing just great. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. If that's following your divine feminine or this goddess energy, keep doing that. Keep doing that. It's you may not end up looking like this goddess in the physical, because modern day society, or you may, but modern day society isn't very, we don't really adorn ourselves that way. But as you become more your whole soul, or your authentic self, your organic, as you become more who you are, you will start to feel more in alignment and more particular about what you wear and what you like, and spend more time figuring out what you wear and what you like, because it matters. It makes you feel like you're representing yourself, and that kind of in the way that you want to. And that takes time. I mean, and it's not always perfect. It's just that's what I'm seeing here. So wait, what hand does she have up? The right is I think the masculine, and then the left is the receiving. But the receiving isn't necessarily oh, I'm just receiving. You're receiving guidance. So the left hand, you're receiving guidance not just from the masculine, but you're receiving guidance that the masculine may need to know in order for him to be able to, it's an exchange, and that's within you. So you're receiving that like unconscious, subconscious guidance, especially, well, for most people, especially at night or whenever you're alone. Just try to journal little like insights that you get, and like keep it to yourself too, because it's hard to open up to others about these deep insights, because it can kind of get construed, and you might not be able to remember what was your insights and not theirs. So you want sacred space for yourself. You want like a sacred kind of space for yourself, so you can like cultivate this like identity for yourself, this like goddess like identity, which is just like you holding space for who you are, which everybody deserves, right? And I felt like I needed to show you this, which is like orange calcite, and that's like kind of sacral energy in Lakshmi. So I think, is she a divine mother aspect? I don't know. Well, elephants will help. Isn't elephants like, don't they help get rid of obstacles? Yeah, I think you have healing. You have like that mask. You have some healing in your lineage or whatever, in your past. You have, so like that masculine right, the receiving left, like you have that healing thing, and you're able to maybe make people feel calm. You might not give yourself that as much as you give others that, this feeling of like everything's going to be fine, which you could work on. That may be from past lives of like feeling like unworthy, or I don't know, maybe sometimes it's more comfortable to expect the uncomfortable. I'm kind of working on that too, but I kind of have to work out my like my environment better, I feel like, to feel that way. Or is that just my trauma coming out? Anyways, sorry. But we do have the sun here, so okay, yeah, right, let's keep going. So just guys, what else do we have for her? I always get jealous of people that know how to shuffle cards to where they just pop out, and I just like haven't figured that out yet. Sometimes they do, but well, I think these two did. Well, Athena, inner wisdom. You do have inner wisdom for sure. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Owl, wisdom. Yeah, you can work with Goddess Palace Athena. She will really help you bring that knowledge and that wisdom in, and it's with the divine feminine knowledge and wisdom, and I think her counterpart is Master Hilarion, but it's like very sacred wisdom. But she still fights for that truth. So like, again, like holding that sacred space for yourself to like journal and keep your insights to yourself, and like sometimes in order to get to our inner truth, we have to like journal about what's happened to us and what is happening to us, to kind of sort through what is true to me through this. Like, what is my truth through this? And that, when you figure out your truth more, when you're able to like over time journal and figure out what is my truth, what aligns with me, then you're more able to like kind of sense the truth outside of you, which is cool. Which is never 100%, but it's cool. It helps develop it. But Goddess Palace Athena can help you develop this, because it is definitely within you. Activated. Russian Lemurian ice plates. What did I have over here? I had. Hello. I wanted to show you something. I might not be able to. Maybe I'm just supposed to show you this. Russian Lemurian ice quartz has a clarity that there's no getting away from. It's impossible to hide the truth in their presence. Insist on mental focus. I just got this as like a gift from Exquisite Crystals. Russian Lemurian ice quartz. I was going to show you this Rainbow Moonstone I got, but I can't find it. So, if that is activating for your inner wisdom and clarity and truth, well, there you go. I didn't see the other one. Okay, and the other one that popped up, I don't know, I don't think it was reversed, maybe it was go outside. Cordelia, go outside. You have been indoors too long, go outside and get some fresh air. So that may be literal, but for me, I always feel like this is telling, like, especially feminines, to, like, embrace who they really are. Like, we stay inside, we stay internal, and, like, we want, and not, like, right away. We want to, like, develop and protect ourselves first. Like, we have to really get to know ourselves to protect ourselves, kind of. But, like, she has this moon right here, so, like, yeah, your presence is powerful and needed, but most powerful and needed when we really are in alignment with our goddess energy. We really know who we are, like aligning with that inner wisdom, aligning with our inner truth. That, like that ice crystal was saying. So it's like, you have been indoors too long, like you have been, like, hidden too long. That may not resonate with you, but, like, maybe it means, like, this inner essence of you has been hidden too long. And maybe it doesn't need to be, like, shown to everybody. Maybe it could just be, like, shown within you, but people may just, like, feel it, but not know that they feel it. So you could be, like, activating people and not even know, just, like, by being and working on yourself inwards. And they just, like, might notice a different vibe from you. But that's, like, just how powerful, like, this, like, inner work is of, like, developing yourself and this, like, I guess goddess, like, self within. So go outside and get some fresh air. It's like, go outside and, like, get some fucking fresh air. Some fresh air meaning, like, some truth. Get some fresh air, some truth. Air, it's like the mental clarity. Like, go outside and get some, and not like, it could be figuratively. It's like, go and get some truth for yourself, not just societal's truth. Like water, even too, like, and fairies. Like, go outside and get, like, your truth, and, like, just study on it. Just, like, cultivate your inner wisdom and your inner truth and your goddess nature. Keep this sacred space for yourself, and it'll come out within without even having to say anything or tell people. And that's what I kind of got from, like, this, like, how she's, like, adorned and dressed up, but, like, a modern version of that. Like, it's in words, but people can, like, feel it. Yeah. Okay, anything more for angels? I feel like this one come out. Of course it did. Of course it did. But hold on, let's just see if this guy's guides up. Okay, in this one, because I guess this makes sense. Dana, High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So you probably have had past lives of, like, being a priestess or whatnot. Again, the moon. Again, adorned with, like, all of the crystals and the crown and whatnot. So you do have this knowledge. One thing is that a lot of high priestesses and priestesses that have a past life is that have some type of trauma where there was, like, and this doesn't have to be for everybody, but it was for me. I found out for reading, like, and through a lot of other people I've heard from, is there's, like, the masculine, like, our masculine counterparts, and I forget the magic high priestess name for magi or something. They started, when things started to fall or whatever, they started to betray us. I don't think it was necessarily on purpose, but, like, it was a big heartbreak. And there might even have been, like, I don't know, the masculine started to get darker, and we just didn't feel, we've been, like, longing to be, like, held in that way or something. I don't know. We never really got closure on it. But that's the thing, is nowadays, like now, I think we are connecting our own masculine like in the higher realms, so we don't need to necessarily worry about like finding our divine masculine in physical. I feel like that's very rare. I don't know if that is even possible, because that would be like meeting a high ass dimension, I feel. So like he's there with you, like your divine masculine, and if he's there with you like in the higher realms, then he's probably more like able to hear you and your feelings and hold space and understand. I could be wrong, but I think that's where I'm coming at, because some people saw this attachment to finding, and they have an attachment too to like, oh, what if I have a man or a person in the physical, like I can't have a dude in the spiritual. Well, it's like not like he's incarnated, but like it's representative of you. It's like a whole soul, like you have masculine and feminine. It's like, but your feminine body, like it's like, I don't know, because masculine and feminine is very key. Your masculine and feminine and your inner child in like source connection was huge for like ascension, if you will. But yeah, I know we've been like made to be put down or whatnot, but like that's where we almost like benefit from being like secretive, which is like that moon energy, that unconscious energy of like we always have this like deep intuition, but like really diving into it, figuring out what's truth, what's not truth, what aligns with us, really journaling, really putting study into this, and even making it creative if you want to. Like look up different, like what is her meaning, what's her story, let's scrapbook, but make it sacred, because some people outside of you, if you have kids or somebody else, people like to make fun of new things, and that's not fun. I'm a sensitive person, and if I do that, it will hurt me. So that's why I try to like have my own space. That's what I had to learn when I went to therapy, however many years ago, like 10 years ago or more. I learned that I needed my space, like, and that was it. Like that's what I needed to be okay. And it was like it was kind of a big process for me to learn, because I was like, oh no, I have to be social all the time. But that wasn't working for me. I needed to cultivate my space. And like I found new friends, and they were like okay with that. They would like occasionally joke, oh, we never see Paige, but like I was going to therapy, and like it wasn't like rude to me. I was a better friend. Hi, sorry, it died. But what was I saying? Oh, learning about like being alone a lot. Like not a lot, but yes, a lot. So I could gather my thoughts and just like get myself together, and it helped me be a better friend, in a lot of things. But yes, and I'm a writer too, so that helped me like cultivate space to write and journal and get to know like what I needed. I really needed to get in touch with what I needed, like what was best for me. That's how I became more stable, more aligned with my soul and myself, and that's where life became worth living for me, honestly. So when I cultivated like that space for myself, and I felt like I needed that therapist at the time to help hold that space for me. Like, yes, you were doing the right thing, because the messaging from like old family and friends was kind of like, they didn't really like that change, but the new friends were fine with it. And yeah, I just was I was happier, I felt more aligned, and yeah, I finally like got to know who I was and started to love who I was, and it didn't come without like life's ups and downs. But that's the thing, is when there was a down or an up, I would journal about it and I would learn about it, and I loved that knowledge part. Anyways, so High Priestess, if that's activating for you. You may have past life as a priestess. You definitely have some knowledge. There may be some past pains, some past traumas, especially regarding the masculine, and feeling like you need like an apology from him, or like need something from him. But you are powerful in your own right, and you might have that masculine in the higher realms that is with you. Doesn't mean you can't have a partner in the physical either, and if he's like weirdo about that, then maybe you don't have to tell him, but maybe you do, I don't know. But whatever, you get the gist. And then again, the moon. That's that unconscious, subconscious, deep wisdom. So keep that sacred. Don't always let out that deep, sacred wisdom to those who won't appreciate it. That's special. So, and don't be afraid of like going through past and old traumas of this life, past lives, etc., and like witnessing even things that you might have messed up. Like, that's nothing to be ashamed of at all. That's like the most beautiful thing ever, to witness like how things that we view as bad can actually be like truly beautiful in essence if we just are willing to look at the whole thing. It's like, wow, that had so much to tell me. I just never really like looked at it. I just had to hold space for myself. And if there's like someone that you can trust, or I don't know, that knows how to hold space like that, that to kind of like cry through some things or write a letter you never send, that is helpful too, because emotions are huge. Emotions are such a huge guide to figuring out what your truth is and what's happening moment to moment. Like how aligned you are with your actions. Are your emotions, how are you feeling when you do this or do that? What's coming up? Is it a trigger? Is it coming up from something that happened in the past? Or is it because what you're doing isn't aligned with you? These are things to dive deep in, delve into, journal about. Because as soon as you do that, your life will become more and more like happier. You'll feel better, and you'll feel like you deserve this sacred space for yourself. You deserve to feel like you are this, like you have this time. Yeah. And then we had Una, easy does it, which I feel like was kind of saying like, okay, if this reading was a little overwhelming and packed, easy does it. This doesn't, there's no time limit really on this. So there's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So like, not to just put it off completely if this is something important to you. And then there's this citrine. And I think this is, I don't know if this is rose quartz. Kyanite. Anyways, okay. Yeah, easy does it. So not to like put it off completely. I have ADD, so that's more my problem. But if this is something important to you, then just slowly but surely try to allow it to fit in. That's another thing with the feminine, is like the flow. And the masculine helps us get it done. And you have that both. Remember that right masculine, the left feminine. You might want to pay attention to the cycles of the moon. The new moon is when you want to bring in new intentions. Full moon, release. And because there's a lot of moons on these goddesses. And then she has this like dove coming up right here. And this like rainbow-ish stuff. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Well, today's society, people like to force things. So try to block out other people's messaging. If you tell people about like what you're doing or whatnot, and maybe you do intentionally, or maybe you do just, it comes out, and they badger you like, oh, have you been doing that? Have you been doing that? Like, just try to not let others' timelines for things bother you. Just kind of breathe through it as if it's like it's on your own timeline. You will get it done when you want to get it done. And sometimes, like, just not necessarily responding like, it's okay, I'm gonna do it, or I'm gonna do the main message is like, you do things on your own time. And that's kind of like divine timing. Don't tell people that, because sometimes, unless they are like into that stuff, because they might think, oh, divine timing, and no one likes people being judgmental like that. They may not say it to your face, but you feel it. We all feel it when people talk badly about us, right? And you don't want that. But it can help you figure out who your true friends are, who you want to be around, or who you can say things to. There's so much to learn just from paying attention to these little things like this, right? So we want to honor ourselves first. So easy does it. You are the master of your reality. You choose when all of this happens. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Thank you for ordering this. I hope you have a wonderful, is it weekend or day? I don't know. All right, bye.